A very good evening to you, ladies and gents, and welcome back to the Q8 Pilot channel. It feels as if it's been forever since I've done a stream. I realized that it was last Tuesday when we had a stream. I have changed my schedule a little bit so that you guys receive a video on a Saturday and a live stream on a Tuesday. If that's something you want me to continue, let me know. I want to welcome all of you guys in chat. Hello there. We have Blit1Z. How are you doing, my friend? Welcome. Today we are also introducing on trial basis the Say Intentions Stream Kit, which allows you guys to interact with me via the crew. And I actually am not fully aware of the excuse me, all the commands that are available to you, but you can use exclamation SI dash commands to get the commands that are available to you throughout our flight today. We are flying the Toliss A321neo. This is the updated version of the aircraft, and our flight today is going to be from Boston Logan International in the US, and we're going to be heading to Newark Liberty International in the state of Newark. So in New Jersey, sorry, state of New Jersey, Newark, New Jersey. So the scenery that you're seeing here is that of Mr. X, and we have also live traffic, as you can see here in action. We can see the aircraft there taxiing, taking off, and arriving into Boston. The flight today is going to be a short, about 45-minute flight, and our cruise altitude is 16,000 feet. I actually thought that this was incorrect, but when I checked flight radar, this is indeed the cruise altitude for this flight. So we are currently situated in the JetBlue terminal here, and let's get things started. Of course, we are flying with the Moza flight yoke today, with force feedback, and we are good to go. So let's hop into the cockpit, and the first thing you'll notice here is that now you have the SimBrief operational flight plan, similar to the Toliss A340, the Airsoft Toliss A340. So let's make the checks first here. We're going to make sure that the circuit breakers are all in, and we will verify that we have the equipment here. Perfect. And then we're going to make sure that the parking brake is set, and the engine switches are both in the off position, and the mode selector is in the normal position. The landing gear lever is down, and we're going to head over to the overhead panel. We're going to make sure that we have more than 24 volts in battery 1 and 2. We're going to make sure both wipers are in the off position, and next we're going to go battery 1, battery 2, and external power. You have got to love the KOSP sound package for the Toliss. It really does change things quite a bit. Hello, Dougal. Welcome aboard. Glad to have you here. Watching within dinner. Well, bon appetit, my friend. And please, Dougal, type exclamation SI-commands to see what commands are available for you guys during the stream. You'll be able to interact with cabin crew and give me instructions and things like that. I just really want to test this out. The command is listed above. You can just type it into chat and see what you get back. So cabin crew, crew supply, oxygen is on. We're going to come here, set the nadirs, nav 1, nav 2, and nav 3. Excellent. Then we're going to come to the lights, arm the emergency lights, non-smoking, fasten seatbelt signs are on, nav lights are on, strobes on auto. And let's see here. Let's go up here, and we're going to check the... Let's see. It's not giving you anything, is it? That's strange. Let's check here. Seems like it's everything is on, and this is live. Yeah. No, it is SI dash commands. The one that you did, the first one was correct. You should check out Soundbox Studios of ToLiss. All right. Well, doesn't look like. Maybe just type exclamation roots. I don't know. It doesn't seem to be working. Okay. Well, we're not going to waste time with that. Let's check our APU test and the engine 2 and engine 1 fire test as well. Perfect. And everything else here is good. Perfect. Okay. So we're going to come now down here, and if you click now on download operational flight plan, it should download the flight plan. And if we, yeah, you can go, there we go. We have the flight plan here, as you can see. And now we can go to the MCDU and start programming things for our flight. So we're going to use, let me make this brighter. There we go. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to, again, diff strip. So this is the data, and then in its alpha, say intentions. It says, it looks like we do have view all available commands at save, and it's working. Okay, perfect. It took some time, but it looks like you guys have the commands now, so you can click on that and see what available commands are available, and maybe we can check them out together. All right, so in its alpha, we are going to click on init request here to download our operational flight plan. No space between exclamation. Gotcha. All right, so I think it will fetch the rest of the information. There we go. So we are JetBlue 8780. This is a real world flight. And we are going to say hello to Roger. Hello there, Roger. Can you introduce yourself to chat in our stream? I think I did not start say intentions. So let's start say intentions. And let's do some traffic today. We'll do some ATC. So we're going to say new flight, and that brings up the flight. There we go. Excellent. Let me do new flight. There we go. Excellent. We're going to click here. Let's see there. Okay, perfect. All right, let's try this again. Hello, Roger. Can you introduce yourself to chat?
Hey Sam, I'm Roger Halsey, your co-pilot for this flight. I've been flying for quite a while, and I'm here to keep things smooth and steady. Let's have a good flight today.
All right, that's pretty cool. And how are we doing back in the cabin?
Everything is calm and all passengers are seated, Captain.
Flight crew is disabled. It should work now. At Copilot, I will program the FMC. Yeah, so I think it should work now. And we're going to go to flight plan. We're going to select departure. And we are departing 33 left today. So that's 33 left. And let's bring up Navigraph. There we go. That's Navigraph charts. And let's see here. We are departing through the PATS 7 departure. PATS 7. Okay, so that's that. And we're going to insert that. Perfect. And then we're going to go to Newark and select our arrival, which is the ILS 22 left through the Flossie 4. Right, so that's it. Through the IZCO, I believe, if we go to the approach and select 22 left, let's see here. 22, keyword, 22 left. Let's see here. Nolly pattern. Ah, this is not the right airport. Now it's saying that one's not used. All right, so we are arriving at 22 left. There we go. Izika is the transition indeed. So we are going to select that. And let's go ahead and say insert. We're going to check for discontinuities. There is one there from Lily. So we're going to clear the discontinuity here and say insert. Perfect. All right, so we're done here. Then we're going to go radio. Everything here, our VOR frequencies are set. Let's go to progress and select KEWR and 22 left is the arrival. Okay. All right. Roger, please go ahead and request clearance from tower.
Under clearance, good evening, T438, what's the black open day off mark show?
I'll get our clearance from clearance, not tower.
He's correcting me. Okay. All right, so we're going to init Bravo.
8780. We'd like to collect our IFR clearance, and we have information. Foxtrot.
Okay, we have everything here. Perfect. Perf. Let's get the request the takeoff data. And we'll start the APU as well.
JetBlue 8780, cleared to Newark Liberty via the PAT 7 departure, then as filed. Climb and maintain 5,000. Expect 16,010 minutes after departure. Departure on 133.0, squawk 3427. And I know it's not what you filed, but you can expect runway 22 left.
Oh. They're giving us 22 left. Huh. Okay. Well, 22 left. Let's see here.
JetBlue 8780, cleared to Newark Liberty via PAT 7 departure, then as filed. Climb to 5,000. Expect 16,000, 10 minutes after departure. Departure frequency is 133.0, squawk 3427. Anticipate runway 22 left.
All right, so, well, they've changed this to 22 left, and it's still the PAT 7 departure, so let me insert that.
Read that correct.
Okay, and yeah, so let me just go to plan real quick here. And we are going to, all right, so this changes things a little bit. It's giving us 22 left. Okay, well, that's fine. APU bleed. External power off.
We're so excited to have you with us today. Please take your seats according to your boarding passes and stow your hand luggage in the overhead
All right.
bins or under the seats in front of you.
That's all right. Looks like ATC has made last-minute changes, so that's okay.
Sit back, relax, and enjoy the flight, folks.
Okay. I have just recently moved to X-Plane. I absolutely love it. Makes flight sim feel like real life. Also, the SI sounds like real ATC. Yes, I do agree. And they do have a new sound pack that is actually more realistic. So let me set our... let's go to weather here. And 2986. 2986. There we go. 2986. Okay, that's all set. And alignment should be in just a moment here. Let's go to init. Init reference. There we go. Align on reference. There we go. So now we have the alignment here. And we need to find out where the runway is. So we'll figure that in just a second here. All right. Okay. So everything is configured here. We need to... This is on arc. This is... there we go. So where is 22 left relative to our position? We can actually do this easier if we click here on the, there we go. So that's us right here, and that's 2 to left. So that's us at Charlie 10, and this is 2 to left. Okay, so I think we are pretty much ready to go now, folks, and we can request the push and start. So everything is configured here. We're looking good. We're going to turn on our beacon lights on, and we are going to request the push and start. Okay. All right, Roger, I think we're all ready to go here. Please request push and start.
Clarence, good afternoon. It's Ameristar 9464 with Yankee.
I'll request pushback and start from ground.
Where you walking? South Cargo.
Okay.
Ground. JetBlue 8780. Requesting pushback and start. We have Foxtrot.
Not sure why my joystick...
8780, push and start approved, tail northwest.
All right. Not sure why my...
Push and start approved. Tail northwest. JetBlue 8780.
All right, maybe things will change when we start the engines. Okay, so we have the clearance to push and start, so we're going to come here to better pushback. Start the
Ground
push.
to cockpit, please show me where you want to go.
All right, we're just going to bring the aircraft right here.
Ground to cockpit, tow is driving up.
Okay, perfect. Everything here is in order. We'll start the clocks here. Hello, Q8 pilot. What is the best sound pack for the ToLiss? In my opinion, I like the KOSP sound package. I think it's is very, very realistic and really, really good. Mr. Valero, hello there, my friend. Welcome aboard. Glad to have you here. Can RTX 580 laptop run the FlightFactor on high settings? I really can't answer that question, but it should be able to run X-Plane.
Okay, all doors and hatches are closed, ready to connect.
Okay, everything is set here. And let's see, everything is good here. All right, all good. Let's take a quick look at the outside while the tug connects. Just look at the beautiful, beautiful skies and the clouds, and just how X-Plane generally looks with map enhancement, and yeah, it looks really, really good. All right, so that's 2 to left. Okay, so we can come all the way here, and then come here to 2 to left.
So connected and bypass pin inserted. Release parking brake.
All right, parking brake is released.
Starting pushback, and you may start engines.
Okay, we have clearance to start the engines. And let's go with engine number 2.
Over 2623, cross runway 13 left, Whiskey, taxi Charlie, Echo, monitor tower 123.9.
Hello, Stan. Welcome aboard, my friend. Glad to have you here. Can we see a FlightFactor 767 stream soon? Sure, for sure, yeah.
1150, runway 2 times right, turn left onto Delta, and hold short of Sierra.
25 right, left on Delta, hold short of Sierra, Delta 1150.
Let me see if I can fix my yoke while this is doing its thing. So I'm going to custom. Let's confirm that. Not sure why. well, it's doing some funny things, so that's okay. All right, we have a good start on the first engine. Let's go and start engine number 2, or engine number 1, actually. All right, there we go.
Operation complete. Set parking brake.
All right, and parking brake is set.
Disconnecting tow. Stand by.
We'll set flaps 1. You have got to love the sounds. Does Simheaven affect FPS? Yes, it does. All right, disconnect and hand signals. Auto brake max. We can now turn off the APU and APU bleed. You have really got to adore those sounds. Very, very nice, very
Tow is
immersive.
disconnected and bypass pin has been removed. Hand signal will be on the left. We'll see you next time. Have a safe flight.
Okay, well, I really am not sure why my flight yoke is tilted to the left. Could be some sort of a calibration of some sort. I really am not sure. But anyway, we are good here. All right. Roger, please request taxi clearance. Okay. LAD taxi lights on.
I'll request taxi clearance from ground.
Okay, everything's set here.
JetBlue 8780, we're ready to taxi. And we have information. Foxtrot.
JetBlue 8780, runway 22 left taxi via Alpha November, hold short of runway 15 right.
All right, that's our taxi clearance. Why hasn't this?
Hold short of runway 15 right. JetBlue 8780.
I wonder why we haven't received the... why we didn't get that. Strange, huh? Okay. Well, we'll worry about it once we're airborne. Alright, we'll do the cabin. And then takeoff config. Okay, what does it say? It says low temperature. Disagree. Flaps, MCDU, disagree. Why? Ah! Wait a minute. We didn't set the takeoff data. Alright. Insert.
Cabin attendants, arm doors, and cross-check.
Why is it not doing what we're supposed to do?
Heading to Newark Liberty International Airport. We expect to be in the air for about 55 minutes, so please pay close attention to the upcoming safety demonstration, as it contains important information, even for our frequent flyers. Fasten your seatbelts by inserting the metal tip into the buckle and pull the strap to tighten.
Okay, takeoff data received. Insert uplink. Why is it not?
Please return your seat backs and tray tables to the upright position and open your window blinds for takeoff.
It's not inserting the. It's not inserting the data.
And larger devices should be securely stowed. Smoking and the use of e-cigarettes are prohibited anywhere on board, including the lavatories. If the oxygen
Takeoff
mask
data
is dropped,
received.
pull the
Insert
mask firmly,
uplink. It doesn't
place it over
insert.
your nose and mouth, and breathe
Any
normally.
ideas, guys?
Remember to secure your own mask before
All right.
assisting
Well,
others. Life vests are located on,
Request
fastened,
data.
and inflated only after leaving the aircraft. Floor level lighting will guide you to the nearest exit, which is clearly marked.
Put
Means
in
of
wind
evacuation,
speed direction.
leave all personal belongings behind and follow all crew instructions immediately.
So if I come here, we have the wind direction. We have everything. We have flex takeoff. All the information. Ah, okay, so we need to enter that. Okay, let's check. Let's go to Navigraph charts, and we're going to take a look at the weather here at Boston. So it's 20 at 4. So 20 and 4. Doesn't allow me. Yeah, all right, there we go. And let's see if we can insert now. It says not allowed. Maximum flex. I've never had issues with this, but today it's simply not doing it. Okay, so takeoff data is received. So 1 down 0.1. All right, so let me come here to performance. 1. We have 1 slash down 0.1. Okay, so that's our flaps setting. And if we go to the takeoff data here, so 145, 145, 149. Okay, so that's 145, 145, and 149. Okay, and the flex temperature was what? Flex temperature, flex takeoff. It doesn't really say. So we'll just put 56. Yeah, why not? Okay. Okay. So now everything is fine. I really am not sure why we received, we were unable to insert the uplink. Don't not like that. It will do all automatic for you. It didn't work. It didn't work. I selected flex. It didn't work. You can flag steps that. Yeah. We can definitely do that, but it just simply didn't want to work today for some reason. All right, so we are just going to go ahead and so the departure runway is this one here. This is 22 left, our departure runway. So we are going to make the turn, go on the taxiway here, and make the turn and head over to runway 22 left. I'm not sure what happened today. This is the very first time that, ToLiss AFB failed me.
15 right, then continue via November, hold short of 22 right. JetBlue 8780.
Oh, we did transfer it. So if we come here and you go to the perf, okay, and you go to the uplink data, okay, you click on takeoff data request, and we're just going to give it a shot a little bit here to say takeoff data received. Okay, and if you go back here, all right, so it says takeoff data uplink. So now if you come here and I say, insert uplink, now we have it. I think we just needed to wait a little longer, and now it has all the data for us. Okay, perfect. Cool. All right, so we're going to take taxiway November. So we're going to make a turn here. If we go... Yeah, we're going to make the turn here. And I think we need to hold short.
4409, cross runway 27 right, turn on Sierra, 35150. Alright, cross 27 right.
Roger, we are holding short, runway 15 right.
We're cleared to cross runway 15 right, then continue taxi via November and hold short of runway 22 right.
Okay. Well, I'll tell you guys, the Moza flight yoke is doing all kinds of strange things right now.
JetBlue 8780.
I'm really not
Cross
sure
runway
why.
15. Proceed via November and hold short of runway 22 right.
Okay. Let me try to do one thing here. I'm gonna go and try to load, let's see here, default. So let me do that. Confirm. There's no change there. Strange. Oh well. Well, I'll just have to battle with the yoke today. Let's see, perf. Flex temp was lost, indeed. Okay, let's do takeoff data. Receive flex takeoff. Insert. Why is it not giving us the flex temperature? Okay, we can come here to
233, the King Air is waiting on you.
okay, flex is 61. There we go.
1278, only 22 left, follow Baron, coming off your left.
Okay, there we go. Wow. It's been a while since I've flown the Airbus, and it looks like it has taken its toll on me. Altitude FMC. Altitude FMC. Okay, let's take a look here. Perf. Yeah, cruise altitude is fine. 16,000 feet. Initial altitude is 5. So all of that is correct. As if the autopilot is engaged. It's doing a lot of strange things today.
Ground Delta at 36 south.
726, race push around 9 left, Mike 2, taxi via Mike.
Alright, Mike 2 via Mike for Delta.
That might be the update that I've made. Okay, well, we are here ready to go. This is 22 right, so we're going to hold short of 22 right and wait for further instructions. I have to say, St. Tensions has really improved since the last time we tried it out. So today we're going to take a look at the latest. We'll see if it vectors us incorrectly once we arrive. Okay, so that's 22 right. We're going to hold short. All right, Roger. We're holding short 22 right.
JetBlue 8780, cross runway 22 right, then continue taxi via November.
Cross runway 22 right, then continue taxi via November. JetBlue 8780.
Okay. We have the clearance to continue to 22 left now. Wow, those engine sounds are so nice. Grant Cooley, hello, my friend. Welcome aboard.
Approaching runway 22 right.
All right, and here's 22 left.
JetBlue 8780, contact tower on 128.8.
All right, we're heading off to tower.
Contacting tower on 128.8. JetBlue 8780. Boston Tower, JetBlue 8780. Good afternoon. Holding short. 22 left. Ready for departure.
All right, let's wait for our clearance.
JetBlue 8780, Boston Tower, runway 22 left, wind 020 at 4, fly runway heading, cleared for takeoff.
All right, and there's our takeoff clearance. Let's start the clock.
Runway 22 left. Cleared for takeoff. Fly runway heading. JetBlue 8780.
All righty, guys, we're ready to go, finally.
Approaching runway 22 left.
All right, here we go. Looks like there's an aircraft on the runway, by the way. Let's see if we can go to LiveTraffic and hide aircraft ahead. All right, there we go. So that's what you need to do. A lot of guys on the tutorial for LiveTraffic, a lot of you have asked me, what do we do? So you can always hide the aircraft ahead of you so that it doesn't block your takeoff or landing. Wow, listen to the engine sounds. Manflex 61 SRS and runway. Rotation speed is 145 knots. V1, rotate. And we are airborne. Positive rate, gear up. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to turn off the software here because it's just doing very strange things. So no force feedback, we'll just fly without it.
JetBlue 8780, contact departure.
Contacting departure. JetBlue 8780. Departure. JetBlue 8780. Good afternoon. Climbing through 1000.
We forgot our transponder.
JetBlue 8780, Boston departure, radar contact, climb and maintain 10,000, turn left heading 075, direct TJ when able, then O navigation.
All right, so we've been cleared to resume on navigation
10,000. Left heading.
and
075.
fly to 10,000
Direct
feet.
DJ when able, then on navigation. JetBlue 8780.
So far, Say Intentions is actually working very, very well. At least KOSP is my favorite. Don't know if it's more or less realistic. Good day. Hey, Sim737 pilot. How are you doing, my friend? Welcome aboard. Glad to have you here with us. All right, let me bring this down. Are you guys able to hear me okay? I think the sounds were a bit too much. If the cockpit sounds are too loud, just let me know. I will reduce the sounds a little bit. Wow, guys, look at that. Look at those clouds.
JetBlue 87. JetBlue 8780. Good afternoon, 4,000 for 16,000.
Looks fantastic.
JetBlue 8780, Boston departure. Good afternoon, Boston altimeter 2984.
Okay, so all is good here as we climb to our cruise altitude. So we've been cleared to 10.
JetBlue 8780.
Not sure what it said just now, but we'll check it. All right, so everything is in accordance with our flight visiting's per design intent, and we continue the climb. Do you fly real world? I have done real world flights, but no, I do not. KOSP is the most versatile and a good deal. Yeah, I think it's. I think if you consider that it actually works with the A321, with the A320, and with the A319, I think it works with all three and very simple to install, and it really does improve the sounds quite a bit. Will there be any major updates after the FlightFactor 320? Get any? I don't think so. The FlightFactor A320 is abandonware pretty much. Alright, so did we get 16,000? Alright, so we've actually been cleared to our final cruise altitude. Very, very nice. Okay, so here is a bit of an update for you guys. I have decided to do a little bit of a change in the content schedule so that we have a bit of a mix between short recorded videos and live streams. And so for that, you've probably noticed that I have been posting short form videos, not shorts, but short videos on Saturday. That gives me a little bit of a, breather to, plan the content and decide what I want to do, and then actually record it and upload it on Saturday. And then we're doing the streams on Tuesday. So do you know if there is a good bonanza? Absolutely. The Thronda, the V-tail V35 is amazing. So that's what you should come to expect in the foreseeable future, is a short you know, no more than 10-minute video on a Saturday on variety of topics, including things like tutorials, you know, top 5, top 10, you know, fixes, settings, things like that. And then Tuesday is going to be the day reserved for live streaming. And the B777 for me is the very best for content. Yeah, the 777 by FlightFactor is by far the very best available Boeing 777, without a doubt. So it looks like the say intention commands didn't work quite well for you guys. See if you can actually do it now. Let's see if the cabin crew can. Cabin crew, can you greet our folks in chat?
Welcome aboard JetBlue Airways Flight 8780. We're thrilled to have you with us today. Please ensure your seatbelts are fastened.
Yeah, it's just the regular.
Are in their upright positions. Our cabin crew will be around shortly with refreshments.
That's the.
Just let us know. Enjoy the flight.
It's just the regular announcement for passengers. Okay, well, maybe you guys can start testing it out, see what commands are available for you. And because I know that you can actually interact with me, you can actually give a command to cabin crew so that they'll say it on stream. So check it out. Again, you can type exclamation SI-commands to get the list of the commands available to you through say intentions. And in the meantime, hi, refreshments. Mr. Martini, how are you doing, my friend? Very good to have you here. Hello, Starship 1944. Welcome aboard. Glad to have you here. Had a good time at FS Expo and then 2 wonderful days fly fishing on Henry's Fork in Idaho. Great too. Wow. I'm very happy for you, my friend. So how do you rate FS Expo? It looks like we are flying into some heavy rain. Let me put this here on 40. And if we look here, we're going to go to perf. And I'm going to go to the next, hang on. Let's go to flight plan. Perf, TD 182. I'm not sure why we've received 16,000 feet for the altitude. The total distance is 240 nautical miles to Newark. And normally, the way you figure out your cruise altitude is by multiplying your nautical miles, so the total distance, by 100. So for 240 nautical miles distance, you multiply that by 100 and you get 24,000. Of course, this is an approximation because that number, the final cruise altitude, depends on the service ceiling of the aircraft itself. And it also depends on weather conditions at specific altitudes. And normally what ATC would give you is the optimal altitude within, of course, the limitation of the service ceiling of the aircraft. But I'm not sure why this specific route is 16,000. It's very strange to me. But I've checked actually on Flight Radar, and for United, American, and JetBlue, they all fly at exactly 16,000 feet for this route. So, not sure really why. Okay, let's do a quick flyby. Yeah, we can't see a thing from all the clouds and the rain. Hopefully things subside as we approach Newark. Alright, have you tried Real Ops? I just got GSX for MSFS and I like it, but I prefer X-Plane so much, so I would love to hear if Real Ops is worth it. And Real Ops, you know, I think I have Real Ops. No, that's Pilot Ops. I think the developer has reached out to me, for real ops. I really can't remember. I've received in the last couple of weeks, I've received so many things from, you know, developers wanting me to take a look at their software. I still need to get back to a lot of them. I've heard about it, but I can't remember what was my experience with it. I've tested so many of them lately, so I really am. Let me check, actually, and maybe I'll do a video of that. Maybe I'll do a video once I figure out which one it was. I know I've received a lot of them. Create a range ring for 3x cruise altitude as guideline when start TOD. Yeah, for TOD, yeah, that's fine. TOD is actually is okay, but to understand what is your actual cruise altitude is different. But what I do for TOD normally is I just subtract, of course, considering a 3-degree glide slope. I would say, for example, if the surface ceiling, the platform altitude, say, is 1,000, or let's say 3,000, and you are at 33,000 feet, then that would be the 33 minus the 3, so that would be 30, and then you multiply that by 3, and you're going to get 90. And then I will add another 10 nautical miles for contingency, just to account for speed, maybe, you know, some winds. So that gives you about 100 nautical miles, and that's when you begin 100 nautical miles out from the destination. You begin the descent, and you should make it to your platform altitude. And then, of course, you have to account for the speed, whether the speed is the descent rate. So you have to take account whether you're flying into the wind or there is some headwind. So you need to calculate that in order to get, sorry, not the headwind, the ground speed. So that will tell you how much speed you need to, you know, how much you need to subtract or add. Oh, thank you so much, Mr. Martini. I really, really appreciate that. Oh, thank you very much. I am very humbled, sir. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. That's very, very kind of you. Very, very kind of you, Mr. Martini. Thank you so much for that. Really appreciate that. Yeah, I was absent from FS Expo, but I guess you were representing Q8 there, so thank you very much for that. I really appreciate it. Okay, so if we look here and go to perf 149, still we have some time, but we can't actually go and enter our information. So let's go to the next phase, and we can type in, let's see here, we want to go here, and we're going to go to the flights, we're going to come here, we're going to select the weather. It looks like the weather is pretty bad at our destination. So let's see here. We want the QNH, which is 2987, and the temperature is currently 22 degrees Celsius. The mag wind's 350 at 12. Ooh. Okay, so at 12, that's going to be a bit of a rough weather as we arrive. Transition altitude is fine, VF is fine. And then we can come here and let's go to, now it's saying this is not used. So I'm not sure if we're going to get a different runway for the arrival, but we'll wait for ATC. Let's ask, Roger, can you ask ATC what runway we can expect at Newark Liberty? Let's see what they come back with.
I'll ask ATC about the expected runway at Newark Liberty.
Let's see what they come back with. Next year, Vegas, yeah.
780 at Newark Liberty, requesting expected runway assignment.
Jet 780, expect runway 4 right.
Ah, 4 right. Okay. So yeah. Wow, this is exactly right. Look at this. None of these are actually used, so we're expecting 4 right. So I'm going to go ahead and change it to 4 right. I'll see. Okay, so that's changed to 4 right. And let's come here and change it in the flight plan. So we're going to come here and select the arrival. This is going to change 4 right. This one here. Same. Let's see if we have a via. So this is 4 left. This is 4 right. Through Kilman. Okay. So we're going to enter that and insert. We're going to clear the discontinuity and insert. Okay, let's go to plan. There's another one here. I think we're gonna get the final vectors from ATC. But let's go ahead and clear that. Let's take a look here. Yeah, that's much better. Okay. Just go back to ARC. Yeah, it looks like things have changed. That's based on the weather. And the nice thing is you can see now that Say Intentions actually works exactly with SimBrief. It works with, Navigraph. All the data is in sync. And that just, gives you a little bit of assurance that, your flight sim tools are actually giving you the right information based on real world data. Which is pretty cool. I remember times when we used to get a lot of discrepancies using different tools. So next year FS Expo will be in Vegas. Yeah, FMC in 737 will auto-calculate TOD for you and let LNAV initiate descent if you have ATC permission. Yeah, that's correct. It has the auto descent feature. And by the way, the Airbus also calculates the TOD for you automatically. So if you come here, if you go to flight plan, and you come here, you can see that clearly it says TD, which is top of descent. So it calculates. But in Airbus, you have to manually initiate the descent, so it won't do it for you. But yeah, so I hope whoever went to FS Expo this year had a good time, and I'm not sure that I'll be able to make it next year, but it should be fun in Vegas, without a doubt. A quick note again for you guys on FS Monitor. So FS Monitor, I decided to slow down the changes onto the platform. There are a lot of features right now, but they are not really, utilized. So I think what FS Monitor needs is really awareness. So people need to be made aware of. But that said, we actually, the site has had on monthly basis, the number of visitors is around 2,500, which is very good for a brand new site. I also see that the FS Monitor is now indexed by Google, and that you can find it through search. So I am getting a lot of organic hits on the site. But yeah, I'm going to slow down a little bit on bringing changes to the platform, and I will be very careful in what I add moving forward. But yeah, for the latest news for live, what is happening right now in the flight sim world, I highly recommend fsmonitor.io. This is something I've built for the community, and I'm quite happy with it. It's actually my, my single version of the truth for what is happening in the flight sim world. It really keeps me up to date with everything that's happening, and it has proven useful to me, at least. So I hope that that is also useful for you guys. I'll be there, Lord willing, and the creek don't rise. Center in the FSA said rates are fixed at 169 and can always team up and split hotel costs. Ooh, wow, 169. That's per night. Yeah, that's 30. Well, I guess it's not too bad. 30, that's 20, 30, 50. That's around 45 KD in, Kuwaiti currency, which is I think very reasonable. Yeah. They say this is the first time the hotel, restaurant, venue are all in the same building. Yeah. Nice. It's nice property. My lasting memory was of the showroom from the Las Vegas Hilton. It was December 11, 1967. Wow. 1967. I was only 2 years old, Stan, at that in 1967. Yeah. All right. Let's take a quick look here and see where we are. We are 78 nautical miles now from. I've removed the headset a little bit because I was starting to get a headache. So we need to just take a look here. What are they saying here? All right, so it looks like JetBlue just heads up that about 45 minutes ago we had an aircraft report light, occasional moderate chop at flight level 150. Ooh. Wow, that's pretty cool, huh? New features in insane tensions. So I wasn't really actually. So let's actually take a look. JetBlue 8780 Boston Center. Good afternoon. Altimeter 29er83. So let me 29er83. So let's change that real quick. All right, and let's go through the messages here. So JetBlue expect runway 4 right. Yeah. All right. So and then says JetBlue 8780. Just a heads up. That about 45 minutes ago we had an aircraft report light, occasional moderate chop at flight level 150. Oh wow. Okay, so we are coming up to top of descent, which is right here, just before SACS. So maybe we'll request it before then, but for now we're all looking good. It's a bummer that we have clouds all over with just continuous rain, something that you normally see in X-Plane, and that will, basically not allow us to enjoy map enhancement. But all right, so let's see here. Oh, okay, so the resort fee and parking are included. Oh, that's good. Yeah, that's good. So aside from that, I have been looking over some of the content creators that I personally like. One of which was, God, why do I keep forgetting the names? What was the name? Blue Simulations? One Blue Simulation, something like that. And he just completely stopped making content altogether. Q8, I have the Blue FX plugin, but I'm afraid to make it look unrealistic. Do you have any recommended settings? Blue Game? No, not Blue Games, Mr. Martini. He's a real Airbus pilot. All right, that's us. We need to contact approach. I can't blue simulation into the blue simulation. That's the, and he just stopped making content altogether, which is a bit of a shame because his videos were really excellent. No, blue game's still pretty much in the game. Yeah. Do I have any recommended settings? Well, look, with Blue FX, I do not recommend that you use any of the presets. Okay, so it says JetBlue. Just let me just very quickly go through this because it was very low. The volume was low. Newark approach. Good afternoon, Spencer Altimeter 2987. Expect the ILS runway 4 right approach into Newark Liberty. Verify information, Victor. Okay. Okay. So Newark Liberty. Why is it? Let me just give it a little bit more. Yeah, that way I can probably hear it a little better. So TOD is actually in 7 minutes. And arrival gate is Terminal A, Gate 31. Wow. Gives you all the information here just like real life. And the new changes, by the way, in Say Intentions, you'll notice that you can now do like read back, you can do check-in, request descent, request direct to, you know, all of that, request vectors, cancel IFR, you can request the approach, all from within the menu here. They have really progressed, and they've really built something that's really unprecedented in the flight sim world. Say Intentions has really taken 29087 has really taken a different path after its initial success, and I think there's a huge base now really using Say Intentions, and I think it really offers a very immersive environment with sky ops and traffic injection in Microsoft Flight Sim as well. So yeah, all in all, I think it's really taken off, and things have worked very well for these guys. Brian, the CEO of Say Intentions, is very bright, and he's really put AI to very good use through the use of Say Intentions. So I'm really bummed out that you guys didn't really enjoy the commands that we have. So I can actually see here what you guys have said. So I will program the FMC, and then let's see, co-pilot. This says, Captain, we have a message from ready to fuel. Okay, so I don't know why the messages were not read out loud in the during the stream. But if you guys, want, you can try again and see if you can, fire up some of these commands and see if they work for you. For this flight simulation, yeah, Blue is heavy into jet card. He complimented me on your T-shirt. Ah. Yeah, he's a great guy. Blue's a great guy. All right, so looks like Janet said the message received. We'll handle that shortly. Q8 is the greatest. Thank you very much, Super Mustang 82. Appreciate that, my friend. Okay, so a lot of you have been asking me to do a flight on the Challenger 650 by Hot Start, so maybe that will be our next stream. I definitely need to brush up on that aircraft. All right, 30 nautical miles before top of descent.
When you're ready, descend and maintain 2,000 feet. Altimeter 29087.
All right, so it's telling us to descend when we're ready to 2,000 feet. So there we go. Descend and maintain 12,000. All right, let's go ahead and set up for our arrival, 12,000.
JetBlue 8780.
There we go, and we'll begin the descent to 12,000 feet. When are they going to make flight injection
Ladies and gentlemen, we have left our cruising altitude and have
a
started
priority
our
in
approach to
X-plane?
Newark Liberty International Airport. Please return to your seats, stow your tables.
You know, I
fasten your seatbelts,
don't know,
and note that
quite
this
frankly.
device is no longer allowed. Thank you.
I don't know, and I don't think that they'll be able to do it. I think in X-plane it's just a little bit more complex. But then you have, so let me show you here very quickly. I've shown this in my tutorial lately. So this is the integration, add CSL folder. So we can actually add the same CSL folder that we're using for, if you can add a CSL folder, then it looks like there is an injection. Label color, enable TCAS override. But one thing, let me show you here. If you go to LiveTraffic and you go to settings, so there's an option here to select the flight tracker from, say, intentions, just like that. And with that, if I click here, all right, so now you can see this says it's active and it's serving one aircraft. I think it will add more. You know, as you can add your own. There's auto ATC, and you can go to auto ATC generate. So currently it's showing only one aircraft. I think it shows more, but it just says one, just kind of like open sky. It says serving 0 aircraft, but actually it's serving a lot more. For visibility, I think we are not. Status information.
Maintain 9,000 feet.
All right, so that's Niner, that's us.
9,000 feet. JetBlue 8780.
Right, that's 900,000. So they announced that it was put into X-plane at FS Expo. Yeah, it looks like it's there. Because if you look here, it says actually select show active CSL folder, clear custom CSL folder, and there's an add CSL folder. So yeah, so that definitely works. So if we go to X-plane 12 and we go to resources, plugins, and then we go to LiveTraffic, resources, and we select this folder, added successfully. Please restart X-plane through it. All right, well, so we need to restart X-plane for things to take effect, but it looks like, yeah, we definitely can get the injection of traffic in say intentions now in X-plane as well. Q8, do you know Next ATC? Is it worth trying? Next ATC, I haven't heard of it, to be honest with you, but I'll definitely take a look. Yeah, it doesn't look like the say intentions is actually working. So I know you guys sent a message to cabin crew. It says message received, will handle that, but then nothing happened. It did reply back, so it looks like it still needs some tuning.
Descend and maintain 5,000 feet.
All right, so that's us, 5,000.
And maintain 5,000 feet. JetBlue 8780.
Guys, look at the light scattering there in the distance. Those clouds look absolutely fantastic. Look at that. Just X-plane is just amazing. Let's take a quick look here on the outside. There, look at that. Just absolutely beautiful. Wow. Look at the ground textures there with map enhancement. This looks wow. By the way, if you are upgrading to X-Plane 12.4.3, which is mainly a VR update, and you have an old BIOS version of your motherboard, you might receive a message that, you know, that your CPU is unstable. And the only way that you can actually get around this is by updating your BIOS. So that's something that I haven't done in a very, very long time. It's very easy actually to do your BIOS update. The only thing you need is really the file. So the actual BIOS update from the motherboard manufacturer website. So you just go there, download it, and put it onto a... the easiest way is put it on a USB drive. Use the rename tool to rename it so that it is understood. Restart your PC, press delete or F2 to enter the BIOS, and then go to the Easy Flash, select, you know, the BIOS file, select update, and it will take care of things for you. So it's just something that you have to do if you intend to update to X-Plane 12.4.3 and you haven't updated your BIOS in a long time.
We are now beginning our final approach into Newark. Please turn off all electronic devices and stow them until we arrive at the gate. Kindly put your
Right, let me extend the speed brakes so we can bring our speed down. Caution at 12.3.1 is still considered beta. Yes, it is beta. X-Plane does look amazing for sure. Okay, that's good. Let's arm the speed brakes. Auto brake medium. There was a pause there. Wow, look at that, guys. Very, very nice. By the way, did you see, you just noticed that pause? That pause, I've noticed, happens when ATC aircraft are loaded. So as we approach Newark Liberty, aircraft are being loaded into the sim, and that's why, you know, we're getting these pauses. So the way to do it, if you actually come here to LiveTraffic and go to status info, look at how many aircraft are there. And if I click, these are all visible aircraft right now. So once it actually loads these, it takes a little bit of, you know, it stutters a little bit. And we can see it stuttering now, which is something I don't like. So maybe I need to reduce the amount of aircraft in the sim, so that we don't get those, you know, those pauses. But once it loads all the aircraft in the vicinity, then it's pretty much, you know, it goes back to the smooth X-Plane that we all know. Well, it looks like some rain there as we arrive into Newark Liberty today. Okay. Cabin crew, please prepare the cabin for arrival.
780, turn left heading 135, exit to the ILS, runway 4 right approach. Speed below 210 knots.
Copy, Captain. Cabin is secure and crew are preparing for
Vectors
arrival
for the
now.
ILS 4 right approach. Speed below 210 knots. JetBlue 8780.
What instruction did they give us? It says JetBlue 87, turn left heading 135, vectors for the ILS, and speed below 210 knots. Okay, 135. No. There we go, 135.
JetBlue 8780, descend and maintain 4,000.
Why is it vectoring us to 135? I'm going to follow their instructions and see.
JetBlue 8780.
So yeah, they're vectoring us. So we'll follow the ATC instructions and see.
780, speed 195 knots.
105 knots. JetBlue 8780.
All right, wants to go 195. So let's do that. Okay, and let's see. All right, speed brake is extended.
780, turn left heading 060, descend and maintain 3,000.
Okay, 3,000.
Descending to maintain 3,000. JetBlue 8780.
Okay, and want us to go to a heading of 060. That isn't right.
JetBlue 8780, speed 200 knots.
200 knots. JetBlue 8780.
Can you show us the approach chart if you have a second?
780, 6 miles to go in, turn left heading 055, descend and maintain 1,700 feet until established on the localizer. Cleared for the ILS runway for right approach.
Left heading 055. Descend and maintain 1,700 feet until established on the localizer. Cleared for the ILS runway for right approach. JetBlue 8780.
All right, let's go to flaps 1. Wow, why is it stuttering like that? Okay,
2,500.
so like that. Okay, we have the runway ahead. We're looking all right. Localizer captured. They actually vectored us incorrectly. So the headings given to us were actually correct. So, yeah.
780, contact North Liberty Tower on 118.3.
Okay, let's go to flaps 2.
2,000.
And we're going to go ahead and select gear down.
Liberty International Airport Tower. JetBlue 8780. Good afternoon. Established on the ILS runway for right approach. JetBlue 8780, Newark
bird activity. Okay.
JetBlue 8780.
All right, no blues. We are good there. So here's the approach chart real quick. There we are. All right, we're looking good here. And we are clear to land.
1,000.
All right, 1,000. Autopilot disengaged, my aircraft. We do have strong winds today.
$500. 400. 300. 200. 100. 50. 40. 30. 20. Retard. Retard. 10. 5.
Reverse. Not the best of landings. But I'll take it.
Ultra brake off.
All right, welcome to Newark Liberty International.
Newark Liberty International Airport ground. JetBlue 8780. Good afternoon. Cleared of runway. Ready to taxi to the gate. JetBlue 8780. Newark Liberty International Airport ground. Taxi to Terminal A, Gate 31 via Kilo. Hold short of runway 22 right.
Okay, so let's end our say intentions. So let's say
Gate 31 via Kilo. Hold short of runway 22 right. JetBlue 8780.
all right, we're gonna just close that, and we are going to replay the landing. Thank you very much, guys. Looks like a really good landing. We'll take a look now. And I was hoping we landed in the touchdown zone, but it looks like I've passed it. So we're going to take a look now and see how well we've done. Right, let's take a look here. Wow, look at X-Plane, guys. Wow. Well, I'll tell you, the landing is nice, but it's not in the touchdown zone. So here, let's take a look at this from this angle here. It does look nice for sure. Yeah, definitely outside the touchdown zone and not on the center line, but it does look nice. Always, landings always look nice in X-Plane. Let's do wow, look at the clouds there in the distance. Very, very nice. Looks really fantastic. Very nice indeed. All right, let's go ahead and taxi to the gate. Wow, those engine sounds are really nice. Wow, X-Plane is really starting to look very, very nice. And I really, by the way, I really like the rain effect in X-Plane more than MSFS. I think it's just a little bit more immersive in my opinion. Okay, let's start the APU. Okay, cross the runway. Left, right, it's clear. And start the APU. There we go.
Ground up 2135 is declaring 26 left turn and echo on the ramp 5. Next ground up 2135. Ground Delta 227 2 north of Lake Network. And up on the Delta 2227.
Yeah, the water is definitely very nice. Wow, LiveTraffic's definitely doing its thing. Looks so nice with, you know, the airport and seeing all the aircraft lining up there. Very, very cool. Okay, let's see where we want to park. And maybe we'll go on this taxiway here. By the way, this is a default airport. Right, let's give way to United. Let this guy pass. Big aircraft, 777. Is that a 777 or is that in it? That looks like a 777, right? Yeah, that's definitely the wing of a 777. Right, he's doing some strange things. That's one of the limitations of LiveTraffic. The turning of the aircraft is not always perfect. Alright, so here's plenty of empty spots that we can bring the aircraft to a stop. Right here. Charlie 906.
Special assist Endeavor 5435. Disregard.
All right. And parking brake set. APU bleed is on. Engine 1, engine 2. Wow, the engine sounds are really nice. So is traffic injection working with say intentions? If so, I don't know. I have to check that and then get back to you. It seems to be working, but yeah, I need to definitely double check on that. All right, so beacon lights off. And we can also turn off the nose light. And everything else here is good. Okay, we can bring up the mechanic. All right. And we can now just, you know, the passengers can disembark. We can open the aircraft doors. This airport does not have the automated jetways, so therefore, you know, we're not going to see the doors opening automatically. But I hope you guys have enjoyed the stream as much as I enjoyed streaming it for you. It's been, it looks like, by the way, this is a payware airport, doesn't it? No, no, it is not. Wow, I can't even tell the difference now between, you know, the payware airports and the default airports in X-Plane. They look all fantastic. So, so yeah, I hope you guys have enjoyed this stream as much as I enjoy streaming it for you. Sorry for the slow start. I think I've been a little bit rusty and still getting used to my Moza flight yoke. It still does some strange things sometimes. So yeah, definitely a short form video is coming on Saturday. I have something up my sleeve. I don't want to burn the surprise, so I'll leave it for Saturday, but I will see you guys live again next Tuesday. And maybe somewhere in between, I'll keep you guys posted with any developments in the flight sim world or on the channel via community post. Guys, thank you very much for being with me this evening. It's been a lot of fun. I really, really appreciate all the support, all the kind words, and all the time that you have spent with me. I cherish it most sincerely. Until next time, please take care of yourselves and each other. I will see you all very soon. Thanks for tuning in. Bye-bye for now.
Ground, good morning, runway 27 right, touch via Lima Lima.